Hey, everybody, this is Mark, and this is Awkward Fist Bump Productions. Boom. Yes,
Mm.
sir. Oh, there we go. All right. So, if you like this channel, subscribe, like, share, throw stuff in the comments. So, I put a video up a couple of weeks ago, and like our freaking page exploded. In fact, I just looked at it. Like 20 people in the last 60 minutes have viewed the video about Dillon. So it's been a pretty doggone popular video. Well, now guess what we have today? Sorry, first of all, we do apologize that it took so long to get together. As many of y'all know, in the 60 Days in community, we had a tragedy. I do want to start the interview by saying, Nate, we love you, brother. Rest in peace. And you always have our love and respect, bro. And to the family, if you happen to be watching this, we love you. If you need anything, I'm sure all three of us would drop anything to come help you guys. So we love y'all. But anyway, so go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
Everybody know who I am.
Yeah.
David. Last name Duncan. As y'all don't know, but y'all may know me as David Prince off of season 5 of 60 Days In.
Yeah, and I'm Dillon. I'm sure a lot of you guys know me. 60 Days In as well. A lot of you might know me as Wavy. But yeah, Dillon.
Okay. Outstanding. So we really haven't caught up, man. So I told everybody before we pressed record, I said, let's keep the conversation to a minimum because, dude, we have so many questions for Dillon. Just I think we're going to break this stuff down, man, what really happened in the pod and stuff like that. And we're just going to go from there. So, Dillon, hey, first of all, will you turn your video to where do it like this a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Your phone. Yeah, I don't want you cut off. No, the other way, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to cut off your head because okay, there we go. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so if y'all don't know, obviously we were together. We were all in the pod together. Dillon was the source of a lot of controversy in our pod, and so let's jump into that part of the conversation. All right, Dillon, did you get jumped in prison because you wanted to hang with the kinfolk?
No, I never really had problems when I got to prison, actually. There was a few things that happened with the Chicanos, but that was totally different, That was me going out of my way and kind of starting shit, but no, there wasn't no problem with the kinfolks. None of the white boys tested me. It was cool.
So David will actually come to my bat here. They told us when we were doing training, they said, listen, the white guys hang with the white guys, the black guys hang with the black guys, the Chicanos hang with the Chicanos, the Pisces. So that's why and I'll just go ahead and say it, you remember when I came up to you and it was at the dinner table and I was like, dude, I get it. I hate this place and I don't like it. But the reason why I encouraged you to hang out with the white guys had nothing to do with, I could care less who you hang out with. David will tell you I'm probably the least racist guy you'll ever know. But it was out of concern for you because I didn't want you to get jumped because I knew me and David would be out of there in the next couple of weeks. However, you were in the real, like going to the real system and we were just going on what we were trained.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, it was more of me, I knew what I was doing the whole time, and I do know a lot of brothers. You know what I mean? I grew up in Casa Grande. I am from a small town where it's racist, but basically that was me kind of just like setting the bar. Like I don't know if I made an impact on anybody, but that was me kind of going against the system, like pretty much showing people like I don't care, like this racism stuff needs to stop, man. Like that was just that's how I looked at it, man.
David, go ahead, bud. You look like you had some stuff to say. I want this to be a coffee table discussion, y'all. It's not a formal question.
Hey, hey, listen, I'm about to say everything I want to motherfucking say. You already know. I don't care about nothing. This is what I'm about to tell you, bruh. Man, I got so much heat, bruh, for how they edit this show from beginning to end, man. It's so crazy. So, like, one of the things that a lot of fans would do would be like, oh, you got Dillon beat up. You know, you know better. You know, how could you let him join the kinfolk? They don't know, bro. Like we had many conversations in regards
Right.
to this and how you just wasn't with the whole, you know, white power and swastika
Yeah.
symbols and all that. You wasn't with it. You feel me? And I told you, we sat down and talked. I said, bro, you know, if you do this, these are the ramifications. And you like, yeah, hell yeah, I don't give a fuck about none of that. And that's what I try to tell people on the side. Like when I do talk to people, I be like, listen, Dillon, if you meet him, right, he hip, he trendy, he down, he cool, bruh. Like I was like, bruh, I was like, between you, hell, even Josh, between you, Willie, Josh, Rocker, like y'all was like my brothers for real. You feel me? That's the part they don't show. They don't show that. Like me and Mark naturally was brothers in there, but I'm saying like inmate wise, like bruh, I go to war about you for real. And a lot of people, let me say this real quick. Granted, it's a TV show, so they're not meant to see everything. You know what I'm saying? That's what I
Right.
try to point across to people. Like they're producing a product. This is a multi-million-dollar company. They're trying to get their money back out of this tenfold. You get what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
they have to
Of course. Of course.
throw some, you know, do their thing in order to make it, you know, I guess in a sense, like believable. You know what I mean? But to everybody that's out there, I want y'all to know, like, I didn't put Dillon in danger. Me and him had
Not at all.
tons of conversations, and he made this choice strictly on his own. And I said, listen, and from what I was told with the kinfolk and the rules, is that we welcome everybody. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I was told. Kinfolk don't have no rules for real. Technically speaking, we ain't have no rules. It was like, hey, you want to get out? Come on, sure, whatever. It is whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was told. That's what I was taught. That's what that's what I didn't want to take the lead, but in some cases I had to, and so therefore I had to know the rules. And one of the rules was we take everybody with open arms.
Yeah. And I know Josh actually told me, so I was coming from it from what Josh was telling me. He's well, the training said, hey, you hang with your race and this, that, and the third. And then I was also told that from Josh that Dillon, if you chose to affiliate, then you were going to get attacked once you got to the yard. Now I don't know how much Josh actually talked to the yard, but I will tell you, according to him, once you got out there, man, you were going to get smashed. You were going to get, in fact, we were specifically told a life flight situation. And so
Right.
internally, I'm trying to like be like, nah, dude, no, you need to hang with the white people. I could have cared less about that, bro. I really couldn't. But like because I knew, okay, me and David are about to dip. This guy is actually stuck in prison. So that was why I did what I did. It was more genuinely out of I really loved you, and I love you today like a brother, and I didn't want
Absolutely.
anything to happen to you.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. And I get that. But what people need to understand is like, I already had this decision set before I even met you guys. Like, David was kind of that spark to kind of like really push me to want to do it because the talks that we did have that they didn't show on TV. Like, they don't understand. If you're not in the system, like, you don't understand fully what's going on. So, a lot of people for outside viewers, they're probably thinking like, oh my gosh, like he's gonna get hurt, he might die. It's not even like that. Like when you know people in the prison system, my uncle's done over probably 20 years. Like I was raised in this stuff, and I made that decision because I knew that when I made that decision, I'd be all right. So,
And I'm glad you were, man, because so everybody knows what happened is I was sitting on Instagram one day, I guess it was about 6 months ago, and this girl hits me up on DM and she's like, hey, yo, Dillon from your season's trying to get in touch with you. And I was like, what? And in fact, I told David at the same time, what? He's trying to get in touch with us. So, man, we were all so super happy, dude. And then I hit that glitch I told you about where I was trying to feed JPay money. So JPay is the program that you use to send emails and stuff like that, and it wouldn't take it, and it wouldn't take it for like months, dude. So finally, it took it. We were able to connect and just send each other emails for the last month or so of your incarceration, and
yeah.
yeah, I was so super stoked. But have you seen any of the episodes, Dillon?
Yeah, I barely just started catching up on it. I haven't seen all of them, but I do have Netflix now, which it's on. So I've been kind of like catching up, and it's funny because like a lot of people will hit me up now and they'll be like, what's your input about it? Like, you didn't know the whole time, like, David's a cop and Mark was undercover. And I was like, no, I didn't know that. But honestly, in my heart, I don't care. Like, that doesn't bother me because I know I am not going back to that system. You know what I mean? Like, my life has changed completely because of that 3 years that I did. And, man, I'm changed, man. It's awesome.
Well, you know what's interesting is some people in the inmate population would consider what me and David did as rats, but if you actually watch, and David, you know, at no point did we ever rat out any inmate there. The only time that I ratted out inmates, and I don't know if you knew this, is they pulled me out for my final interview. So some crap went down. Um, I don't know how much you knew about this. You were already gone, David, at this point, but Dillon is they were starting to freak out. You remember all the Chicanos started moving out suddenly, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden Josh was like, you know, y'all are not allowed to interview anymore, this, that, and the other. So they pulled me out for an interview, and that's where you hear me say the famous lines of, "Man, I'm in a lot of danger. This interview is dangerous," and this, that, and the third. One thing that you don't see that they edited out is I told them, y'all have got to get Dillon out because of all the tension. And Josh was saying you were going to be jumped and this, that, and the other. I said, y'all have got to get him out. You know, they never moved him out, man. I was so ticked off when you got jumped, bro.
Listen, when I seen that you had to fight
Ratchet,
bruh, and I saw that shit and I said, hold on, wait a minute. Not being funny. The minute I left, bro, everything went haywire, bro. I was so hurt because I didn't see that part. I literally had to watch the episode to see everything kind of crumble. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, never, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I was so overprotected of you because, bro, we met in intake. A lot of people don't know. We didn't meet in the actual cell, bro. We met going in, and we spent time in intake, chopping it since day one. So I was like super protective of you because you was the first person that I really talked to coming in there, and you was just cool, bro. You ain't know me from a can of paint, bro, but you was just like, yeah, bro, we in this bitch, you know, the cameras coming in and we shooting this shit, and I'm like, okay, like it cool. And then when we ended up in the same pod together, bro, I felt like I had a friend in there immediately out of nowhere, just from that little. How long did we spend in there? Maybe like it was some hours though, bro. Some people spent some days.
Yeah, it was at least 5. Yeah, it was 4 or 5 hours, I think.
Yeah, and we ended up going to the same pod, which was a blessing, man, because I had already made a connection with you. We was solid, so I was like, shit, fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, so no, but a lot of people don't know, man. I was protected over you, bro. I ain't let nobody, man, bro. Anything that happened, people came to me. I was like, bro, Dillon, no, ain't nobody touching me. It's not about to go down. Y'all gonna have to work with me. Like, what's up? Like, and ain't nobody want no smoke. They didn't though.
Right.
Told me, but shit, you want smoke? I'll get some. They like.
Yeah, and another thing that they didn't film was after that fight when they took me out to go up to G Unit, I actually seen Ratchet like through passing, and he was like, "Bro, it was nothing personal. Like it's my bad. Like I was just getting orders down from Josh, and he was like, we're cool though, and he fist bumped me, and then I went up to the holding tank. Like they don't show all that. You know what I mean? Like
I had to tell people. This shit was recorded 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a 50-minute block of 10 episodes, bro. Are you serious? Y'all really think y'all know what went down?
And out of that 50-minute block of 10 episodes, let's be honest, they spent time with Abner. They spent time in Arpad. So out of that 50-minute block, we might get 10, 15 minutes for the entire episode. So you're talking about 10 episodes, maybe 15 minutes each. Yeah. And you make, and listen, I'm not mad at A&E. I understand they have to sell a billable product. How bored were we in our pod? Honestly, 99% of the time.
Walking on laps for hours. Hours.
Bro, we got put on lockdown. Remember that time we got put on lockdown for no reason? And we was in there for like almost 48 hours. I read like 16 books, bruh. I was in there like, I can't read another book, man. What the fuck? Get us off this bitch. Who was the one Dio, man? He was an asshole, bruh. Was it
Oh,
some shit?
you talk about the kind of the Hispanic
Hispanic,
dude with glasses?
Hispanic dude, yeah.
Oh, what was his name now? I don't remember.
I can't
I
even.
don't remember. He's the guy that came in,
He stayed putting
and
us on
the
lockdown.
next guy y'all roll out, we're gonna put y'all on the STEP program.
Yeah,
And it
I
was like,
remember.
yeah, but we've had the least amount of assaults out of it, of assaults. We roll people out so they don't get jumped.
Bruh.
Hey, yo, Dillon, I want to show you
What's up,
something,
man?
bro. I want to show you something, bro.
Yeah.
You remember this? This was the Bible that you gave me, like
Yeah.
within a day or two. Yeah, yeah, you
That's
gave me that Bible.
that's
I still
crazy,
have it.
man.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, I made a whole bunch of notes in here the entire time we were there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see any of this, but I made a ton of notes, man. They were encrypted notes, so I could tell the sheriff what was going on. But
Right.
I can't even find any of the pages that have notes now. But yeah, I used it the whole time as my notebook, my encrypted little notebook. But yo, speaking of which, Ratchet. Let's talk about Ratchet for a second. So that's interesting that you said that when you saw him up in G Unit, y'all fist bumped each other, awkward fist bump, boom. Anyway,
Right.
shameless plug. But but he so he told you that. But I remember when our show was first out. You know, we're now talking about it's been over a year and a half ago. He was on Instagram, man, and he was trying to get his little 10 minutes of fame, bro. And I get it. I'm not even mad at Ratchet about it. But he was talking
Right.
also because the whole world turned on him. Like at first he was getting all this support and all this love from the fans, and the moment y'all
Yeah.
got in the fight, like everybody turned on him. I started seeing screenshots. So then he was like, no, no, no. He was like, no, man, they were talking all sorts of smack about me, and I told him you better get my name out of his mouth and this, that, and the other, and that's what led to the fight. I was like, okay, Ratchet,
Right.
all
Right.
right, buddy.
Listen,
Yeah, and
Ratchet.
like I was watching that video on YouTube, and like I was scrolling down the comments, and a couple people had said, like, made remarks like, "Oh, that's a weak move that Dillon did, taking his socks off and his shirt off at the stairs, kind of like signaling the cops." I just want to say, man, like that's not even what it was, man. When you're in that situation and you're mad and you're heated, bro, I'm at all costs. I'm doing whatever it takes. So
Mm-hmm.
I just seen a couple of those comments, man. I just want to clear the air. Like, I ain't never been a rat, so
Hey,
keep
my
that to yourself.
dude Dylan funny, man. Yo, Dylan, you used to get so mad, bruh.
Bro, I'm a hothead, bro.
Bro, you used to get so hot, bro. I used to be like, Dylan, calm down. You like, man, you the only one I can calm down for. You the only one I ever calm down for. Anybody else can get this work. I don't give a fuck. I used to be like,
Yeah.
man, I love him, man.
I love you too, brother.
Love you, bro. I
That's it.
swear, people don't even know, man. Like you, Willie, all of us, man. I said it, bro. Y'all are realer than most motherfuckers I done met. That's free. You feel me? Like
Right.
I done met a lot of people in my life, man. I done done a lot of things, man. You know, we done talked about it in jail, all the things, all the people I know, all the shit I do. Like, bruh, I've yet to meet.
Hey, you
Hmm?
really know LeBron? Remember you're telling me, yeah, me and LeBron, we
No,
you're like me and LeBron homies, bro. Like we really be out
no,
there on the
yeah, actually, how I actually met him was through two of his best friends, Drew Joyce and Romeo Travis. That's who I met when I went to college. Yeah, so yeah.
That's tight,
Huh.
man. Remember, I was like, bro, you gotta introduce me, bro. I gotta meet him.
Yeah, a lot of people. Ted Ginn, I know a lot of people, bruh. A lot of people.
So let's take a second since we have Dillon here, David, if you don't mind. Dillon,
Hmm?
I want to tell you there's a reason why I'm going here, and I'm going to explain it. Ever since the show's gone off, David has got so much hate. I've posted on social media where I've said, look, I promise you, you guys are reacting on what you see, but not necessarily what really happened.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go ahead and clear the air. First of all, I never had a beef with you because so many people are like, dude, you were doing so good and you would have killed it, but then David screwed it up. And I'm like, no. I'm like, well, first of all, I'm not gonna complain if they wanted to pull me out because they pulled you out and because of B-Shaw. Do you even know what happened with B-Shaw, bro? Oh, golly, he hasn't gotten to that episode. Oh man.
You want to tell him or you want me to tell him?
I'll let you tell him.
All right, so me and B-Shaw had a conversation where he told me he got into a fight in the other pod. When he mentioned Abner, I was like, yeah, man, I know dude from the east side type shit on the east coast, whoopie whoop, something simple, nothing serious, I already said I shouldn't have said it, but it was just in the moment. You shooting the shit, we talking back and forth, whatever. Long story short, bruh, maybe like some days later, almost a week for real, because B-Shaw was in our pod for a minute. Out of nowhere, I wake up, but I remember him kept saying, like, yo, I want to go back. This pod ain't hyped like the other pod. The other pod was lit, woo, woo, woo. I wake up one morning, bruh. B-Shaw knew one of the guards. So he picked up on the guard and was like, hey, woo, woo, woo. I want to shoot my, shoot back over there. Let me throw this out there to all the fans. When you get rolled out of a pod, there is no coming back. Period. Like, end the discussion. So really think about what I'm saying. B-Shaw got rolled out of a pod for fighting, and then turned around and got put back in the same pod he got kicked out of. Why is that?
Oh my God.
Let's think about that though for a second. So B-Shaw go back to the pod early morning. We talking about like 7 a.m. got rolled out, bruh. Next thing you know, we don't, unbeknownst to us, because we don't know. As we watching the episodes, you see B-Shaw like, yeah, so-and-so, no so-and-so over there. Mind you, B-Shaw wouldn't even be thinking about that if somebody didn't plant that bug in his ear. You understand what I'm saying? He go over there, get to talking, get to shooting and shit, and all of a sudden, Abner's life is in danger, and he's about to get killed. And Blase skip. Oh, and he intercepted a kite. Now, I'm going to say this to you. Bruh, is there any way possible, bro? And I've been in there for them 60 days, bruh. Is it any way possible to intercept another nationality's kite, bro?
No.
Exactly. He talking about he found it. It's a scene where he finds a kite sitting on the floor, and he said he intercepted it, bro. And it said on there that it was putting a hit out on him, and I was like, are y'all fucking kidding me? That man.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna say this real quick, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Jail ingenuity is so crazy. Like, jail is so intricate, and the system that goes on behind scenes is it's amazing. You can accomplish so much with so little, man. It's crazy. So intercepting a kite, negative. No. But that's basically what happened, and that's what sparked up the whole drama. And once crazy, you watch it, you will see, bro. You'll see after that.
Yeah, you'll see what happened. But we all got yanked out early, and basically production, or the way it was edited, it was all David's fault. And David has been a man. He's acknowledged that, listen, dude, I did say something to B-Shaw, whatever, and I apologize. He apologized at the reunion, but he's gotten so much. I think you've even gotten death threats, haven't you?
Yeah, I hope you get killed on duty. I hope you get shot. I can't believe you uphold my constitution, you fucking nigger. Hope you die. All type of shit, bro.
That's crazy, man.
And now that it's on Netflix,
it's probably even
shit then sparked back up, bro. So my inbox been going ridiculous.
Yeah, mine has too. Now that it's come out on Netflix, man, we were just, you and Vivian were talking about it the other day. I've probably picked up 500 new followers in the last week. So it's just like, wow, where are all you guys coming from? But yeah. But Dillon, what are you doing now, man? Like talk to us. What are your plans? Where are you going from here?
Right. So I'm in a program right now. It's a 3-month program. So I'm doing classes Monday through Friday all day. I got a class in the morning, at lunch, and at dinner. And then basically just coming back and relaxing, man. And so after this program's done, I plan to, find work, hopefully get my own spot in a place right away. So I'm trying to get my stimulus check right now and the unemployment because we're not allowed to leave this place at all. Like we have to stay in this facility for 90 days. So
So
I'm hoping to get
it's like a halfway house.
no. It's a resort. It's a resort. It's sick, man. It's really cool. Like you would never think that coming out of prison you could be in something like this, man. It's awesome.
That's good shit, though, bro. That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Access pays for it, so I mean, it's really cool.
I will tell you, Dillon, you are probably as beloved, if not more loved, than any of the other participants, man, because I can't tell you when I put out that, well, first of all, during the season, and then even in the videos announcing that we were going to do an interview with you, I have had so many female fans hit me up and say, "Is he single? Give him my number."
What?
So yeah,
Crazy.
dude, I have.
No,
Give him my number.
bro. I got a
Dude.
chick in my inbox right now begging for his last name. Like, Dillon,
Mhm.
what's his last name? What's his
I'm
last name? I'm like, I'm not about to give you his last name. Like, she like, please, I need him. He's gorgeous. He is. Is he out? I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, no, I gotta confer with him before I start giving out his information. I ain't doing that, man. Y'all crazy.
So just FYI, because you know we're gonna put
Yeah.
we're gonna put your information in the bio, both of your informations. You're gonna be hit, man. You're gonna be hit hard.
You about to
So
kick.
you may want to say, do you have a girlfriend right now or no?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, you just broke thousands of young hearts,
They
bro.
don't care.
Yeah, they're still gonna hit me up though. That's what's
Yeah.
crazy about it. So
Hey, I will say that out of all the participants, I never, and a lot of people have elevated us to some type of celebrity, which I think is stupid because I've always been down to earth. I'm probably the only one that doesn't get like any chicks hitting my inbox, and I'm married, so I'm not like mad about that. But like I keep hearing all
right.
these other guys say, "Yeah, man, I'm getting all these like nudes," and I'm like, "Man, I'm not that I want them, but like not even one chick,
Yeah.
dude."
I ain't getting no news.
I ain't getting those either.
Okay, well I've heard a couple. Throughout
Yeah.
the years. But I was like, man, I'm not getting any love in my box, man. Not that I would have cared one way or the other.
You're a good guy, Mark. You're a great, humble,
Yeah.
caring, loving guy. Like, I'm pretty sure you don't want to go to your inbox and see
No,
see
no,
that P.
now that we're putting this video out, there's gonna be some 500-pound hairy dude by the name of like Bob, and he's gonna send me a picture. Don't. I wasn't asking. I was kidding. All right,
Bob,
Bob.
wherever you're at, please do not do that.
Keep it in your pants, bro. Keep it in your pants.
No, but on a real note, like I have been hit up by like several females, but it's more like them just saying like, "Hey, like I respect the way you carried yourself in there, and like you handled it really good. Like you're one of my favorites." So it's nothing too major. It's just people kind of supporting me, like telling me like they're proud that I'm out now and they're happy for me and stuff like that. So
Yeah. I talked to Willie
it's all love.
too.
Well,
Oh,
when
did
did
you?
Yeah, me and Willie chopped it up for a minute, man. Then one day, out of nowhere, his phone got disconnected. I just called him like 2 days ago, but of course, some Spanish guy answered, and he didn't really speak no English, and we chopped it up for like a hot few seconds, and I figured out that he wasn't, he ain't had a number no more. But
Right.
yeah, talk to a few.
That is a good point, though. Y'all remember when Willie would play? He would beat on that box and he would chant,
Man,
and we loved it. I don't know if you've gotten
word
to
it.
this episode, but they highlighted on the show one of the episodes of when he was chanting one night. And remember when the officers
Yeah.
came in, and they were like, and we were like, no. All of us
Yeah,
were
we
screaming
all
in
said
support.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the officer. He told us. or I heard him say, because my cell was right next to y'all's cell, and I heard him tell him, man, bro, we're getting complaints, bro. No, ain't nobody complained about Willie singing. In fact, it was great, man.
I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah, we
bro.
loved it.
That shit helped me out a lot in there, bro. For real.
Really did. Yeah.
Whole lot. For real.
He could have played every night, and I would have been perfectly content with that.
For sure.
Yeah. So, tell us, how long did you wind up doing, Dillon? Because I know there's a lot of people that hit up my inbox, and I'm like, you're gonna have to watch the interview, because I'm not gonna answer the question because I'm making them watch the interview. How long did you do? What happened, if you don't mind sharing? And how long did you do?
Yeah, no. So basically, I did about 2 years and 10 months. So that was after the 60 days in show. So almost about 3 years.
Yeah, because I know we were there for, well, a little shy of 60 days. I won't say. Y'all got there a week before I got there.
I got there a week before everybody. Yeah.
Before I walked in, and then you.
Matter of fact, we ended.
Yeah, I think you left on Monday, and I got pulled on Friday. So I guess we wound up doing about the same amount of time, give or minus a couple of days. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When I was laying like on the bunk, I always kept a little hashtag of how many days I'd been there. I was ready to go at the end, man. I don't know how. Yeah, and
I got them all tatted on the weeks. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I don't know how. Like, you guys that actually are in there for the duration, man. I don't know, because I'll be honest with you, 60 days was enough for me.
And I'm gonna throw this out there too, Dillon. I ain't tell you this, bro, but I was so hurt that you took that plea, man, because that shit was whack, bro. Like, and if I could, I would say this, man. The justice system is so fucked up, bro. And I've known that as a cop. I've known that as an individual, but I know it now as an inmate. Man, listen. The plea bargains, these PDs, they don't help no goddamn body, bro. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, God, bro, you shouldn't have got that much time on your first offense like that, bro. Like, and then, if I'm correct, Mark, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that Arizona is it's only 2 states in America that still require you to do what? Was it like 80-something% of your time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 85%.
Remember, Josh was teaching us that. I was like, damn, for real? He was like, yeah, the government trying to like get them to go down to 65%, I believe. But like,
right.
It's a business, man, and it's so fucked up because I remember one day when the book cart would come. What was that? Every Thursday, the book cart would come. And I asked for a law book, and they didn't have any. And Josh taught me that at one time they did have law books there, but everybody was educating themselves on shit and getting out of, situations. And so they took away the law books. Shit like that. Like, and I think people need to realize that. Okay, yes, a TV show, but y'all really don't understand, like, how much went on behind the scenes, man. Like, to create content, and not only to create and produce content, but more so all the good that we did. I remember Mark was teaching people how to write resumes. Like,
yep. I remember that too.
They don't even talk about the
They don't know how to do that. We don't know how to do that.
Listen, and I get it, it's big business, and that type of shit don't sell. Showing Mark teaching somebody how to do a resume on worldwide TV ain't about to get no ratings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they didn't highlight what did I write? Maybe 30 resumes the entire time I was there for people, and they didn't highlight one single resume. It was all, and as I said, I understand because they have to provide something that people are going to watch, but there was so much we did in there that didn't make the final edit.
So much.
And you did it out of your heart, you know what I mean? Like, in county and in prison, man, when someone does something for someone, they always expect something in return. Like, you were like, hey, if you need help with your resume, like, I got you, come to the table. Like, you don't got to give me nothing. Like, I'm just doing this because I want to help you. So, like, that showed a lot of character for me, and that was cool, man.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, man. And that's because, honestly, you didn't know at the time. But obviously I was a participant, and I was making friends with y'all, man, and I consider you a good friend, and I don't want y'all coming back, man. And that was really, I wasn't there to get soups for resumes. I could care less about soups for resumes. It was more,
Right.
I didn't want you to come back. And I don't remember a lot
Yeah.
of their names, but I had a lot of guys come up to me because I don't want you coming back, man. And I know that's where David's heart was too, is we were there to help you guys. And it's a shame. As I said, I understand it, but it's a shame that A&E didn't show that. And I've heard that from other participants throughout. We're kind of a small family, Dillon, because I think there's been 6 seasons, and then they did some offshoot called Narco Land. But there's so few of us that a lot of us talk, and that seems to be a consistent thing throughout the seasons. Is they do stuff. A lot of the participants do stuff, man, and it doesn't get shown, and it's a shame.
Yeah. Just like David, man, he was the one that really inspired me to start working out, and he told me, man, just stick to it for a whole year and watch the results. And my first year and a half, I really didn't work out or nothing, but my last year, man, I really started working out. And today, man, people come up and they tell me, like, they'll message me like, bro, like, can you teach me how to get stacked like that? Like, they're like, bro, you blew up, man. And that was all because of David, bro. Like, he inspired me to really want to push myself to do better. So that was cool.
Well, there you go, dude. If that's your calling, maybe it's to be a personal trainer.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I was vibing with everybody, bro. I had the cartel in there working out. We all was working out. It wasn't no,
Yeah.
You stand over here, you're not a part of my shit, or you stand over there, or we can't talk, or it wasn't like that, man. And no knock on Abner. I'm gonna say this, but like he blew it up as if motherfuckers just couldn't sit next to each other, talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't watch TV together, dominoes. You couldn't do shit. He made it seem like, bro, you couldn't do a motherfucking thing in there. Like, bro, that's not how it was, man. It was so chilled and relaxed and cool. And my main goal down there coming in there was really, truthfully, just to help people, man. Like, when people was about to fight, that was me really negotiating and me really coming in and being a mediator, man. Something
like Willie and Rocker, when they started fighting, you had a big part in.
Bruh,
that was crazy.
Had they fought, bro, my heart would have broke, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Cause I needed all of y'all while I was in there, bro. Dillon, I needed you. I needed Mark. I needed Willie. I needed Rocker. I needed Josh. I needed all y'all. That's why we was all in the same house, like, cause I ain't gonna cap, bro. I don't know if I'd have made it without y'all, bro. Be honest with you. Now, y'all, every day that I woke up and y'all was with me, bruh, I felt that ease, man. Matter of fact, remember when Willie Dude left? Remember his best friend was in there, and he ended up leaving early. And Willie was depressed, man, and naturally I just cleaned the Willie, and me and Willie just hit it out the gate, bruh. We was solid like every day, and I was just like, yo. And he told me one day, like, bruh, if it wasn't for you, like, I overheard, I think Mark, you might have told me this, that when I left, man, Willie was like hurt, man. He was crushed, you know what I mean? And it's like, I was crushed leaving y'all too, though, for real. I was hurt, you know what I mean? I was ready to leave, but I wasn't ready to leave, though. You know what I mean? Like, you people don't understand the connections and the bonds that you make on a humble.
You did make a comment on the show, and you kind of said it earlier, but you said something on the show that rang true. Some of the best people I've met were at Pinal County, Arizona. We're in lockup, man. They're solid. They're not going to, some of them are. And that's the thing, people think we did the show and we're against incarceration. And there's been police officers that have done the show before that have quit their job. Look, there are some people that deserve to be in prison, period. That deserve to be in lockup, period. But most people, man, are just, they need to, let's hit that root cause. What's causing them to reoffend? What's causing them to do these drugs? Because a lot of people in there were there for possession, for drug sales, but a lot of the drug sales weren't because they wanted money. It was because that was how they financed their own addiction. So I'm not against prison, but I just think there needs to be a better solution than incarcerating everybody. And there are people that deserve to be there. But
hey, Mark, you remember the dude who got locked up in Dillon? Now you remember the black dude who got locked up for feeding a cow, bruh?
I remember him, dude. Golly, I don't even remember his name. He was a little crazy.
dark skinned, little kind of.
Yep, he was dark skinned, kind of tall dude. Yeah.
Kind of fit though. He was all right though. He would work and stuff. They hit him with trespassing, man. And I was like, for feeding a cow?
Golly, and he was there a while.
Yeah, some weeks. And then he went to court. And when he went to court, he found out his PD was on vacation for another week. So the judge was like, yo, I really want to like dismiss this and throw it out, which a judge can do, bruh. Let's throw that out there. A judge can do that. All right. But he was like, you got two choices. You can either sit it down for another week until your PD come back, and then we'll throw the case out, or you can get these 3 years probation. Guess which ones he took, bro?
3 years probation.
How fucked up is that?
Crazy, man.
Dude, Dillon, do you remember that crazy, because I've asked David before, and I can't remember that crazy Chicano older guy that Rocker wound up hitting? Do you remember what his name was? Y'all remember? Golly, you.
Nah.
He used to be like.
Or he was a paisa. He was
used
a
to
paisa.
be like, Keole.
Yeah, I don't remember. Dang.
His name, Keole. Remember he killed his wife and kids or some shit? Something crazy. He killed his
wife. And he
wife.
had done like 40 years, and he was just there for some little stuff, and then he was going home. And then Rocker rocked his world. It was like, really, dude? It was like he's an old man, dude.
That was the day. Yeah. That was the day I had the conversation with Bratcher about the pod, which we're not going to talk about that because that ended up becoming something that it shouldn't have became and something that didn't happen. But, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, y'all, I think we're going to go ahead and bring this to an end. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss before we wrap this up? Okay. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say, just like with the whole David situation, man, all y'all guys, man, he didn't put me in no danger, man, so y'all can quit thinking that, man. I made that decision on my own, and I just want to say I love you guys, and thank you for supporting me, and keep watching, man. That's all I got to say.
Dillon, if our fans want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you? Go ahead and we'll put it obviously at the bottom, but go ahead and tell them how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, well, so my Facebook and my Instagram are both the same. It's my first and last name, Dillon Hallam, DILLONHALLAM. So you can reach me there.
Okay, outstanding. David, how about you, brother?
Would like to end this by saying, Dillon, love you to death, man. I appreciate you from day one, bro, up until right now. If you ever need anything, you got my number. You need anything, bro, I got it. You good. You ain't got to struggle. You ain't got to worry about nothing, man. You know what I mean? Like, love you to death, man. I'm happy that you out. I'm happy that you changed. I'm glad that I could be a part of that change too, man, for real. It make me feel good. It made me feel like I have some form of a purpose for real. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Mark, you already know how we rock. We've been rocking since day one too. So that go without being said. And you can follow me on Instagram at that_Jamaican_Sigma on Instagram. And then it is IMD_dot.
Awesome. I love both of you guys. Like, seriously, man. Like, me and you, David, have been, as you said, rocking since the beginning, and I've always loved you, Dillon, and it broke my heart the way you exited, and I was so glad. Like, you don't understand, and David will vouch for me, bro. I was so excited when I heard from you, and I heard you wanted to get in touch with me, and like the first thing I did as soon as I got done with chatting with the female friend of yours was guess what, David? And he's like, no. And so awesome. So, but look, dude, nothing but love here. Once again, you got my contact information. Y'all follow both of these guys, man. They're both solid. I'm telling you, whether you like David or not, I'm telling you, he's my boy, period. Point blank, period. Same thing with Dillon. These are my people, man. Y'all make sure to follow them. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I will talk to y'all later. Boom.
Love you guys.
Love you too, bro.